Hello.
Hi again. This is a special kind of announcement segment. This text is on my mind today and has been for a while. You'll probably recognize it. Now the Lord had said to Abram, get out of your country, from your kindred, from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. Well, we always think of that as a great act of faith on Abram's part, to take what amounts to a caravan of people, including a large family and entourage, from the land of his family's domicile for a long time, maybe, generations, go somewhere else, and he doesn't know where he's going. Now, why is that important to us right now?
We feel a little like that because we are in the midst of a move. We have to move, and where we are currently, we haven't found we can afford it. So we don't really know where we're going. We just know that we're needing to move, and we have a large
entourage.
A lot of children in the form of 30,000 books that are going with us.
The 30,000 books amounts to about 2,000 boxes, in case you're guessing. So it's already involved a good deal of planning and packing, which has gone on for months already. And we'll go on for about 7 more weeks because we're leaving in April. That's the plan.
So we're going to be moving a lot. Like, we're hoping that we'll find a place by March 1st, and then we'll be moving over the month of March. So we have been praying ourselves that God would make it clear where He wants us to be and where we can serve best, to open doors or close doors, so that it's obvious where He wants us.
The reason I've never felt like this before is because I've lived in Toronto, well, in the Toronto area, about 62 years, and without being specific, Vivian has lived in the Toronto area her entire life. So we feel a little funny about the possibility that God's going to send us somewhere else.
And I don't really like change. I've never been one for liking change. So this would be a big change to move out of the Toronto area. For us, it would be a big change. But we want to trust God to direct where we go. And just reflecting on our history, we've already moved 10 times since we were married in '82. And some of those moves were more stressful than others. Some were our choice, others were the landlord's choice of needing to sell the house or whatever, for whatever reason. So sometimes we had to make quick decisions and we weren't very happy with them. But in the end, some of those quick ones, the ones we were unhappy with, turned out to be the best moves. Like, the results of them were the best. We were in the right place, doing good work where we were.
This will be Max's 5th move in his 17 years, and I think he spoke to this just a couple of days ago in our Bible discussion. He said, looking back on those 4 moves so far, you can see God's hand in retrospect. You can't see it at the time. It seems that you're going to lose something. There's always you know what you're going to lose, but you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to be sent your way.
What gains you're going to make personally, and what blessings you could be bestowing on others, and what blessings will come your way because of the people you meet and come into your life.
So
C.S. Lewis used to always say, nobody's in your life by accident.
Yeah.
And I believe that's true.
So Max was reflecting on the undoubted fact, in retrospect, that new interests develop because of the choice you make and where you end up, and new friends, of course. And Max now has friends not only in 3 different places here in southern Ontario, but across the seas because of new interests and
that developed
through his, shall we say, temporary isolation in several of these situations. So what we've learned in our 9 moves thus far is you cannot see what God has in mind. That's why we're asking for as many as of you who can to pray into this situation. We already have one good friend of ours in southern Ontario who said just the other day,
she says, I think God's up to something. I agree. I do
God's
think
up
so.
to something. Which causes me to think of this text, which was a favorite proof text of mine back in my pioneer days in the Watchtower. Jeremiah 10, verse 23. Do you have it on hand in the
Yes.
New World Translation? We'll read
Yes.
the way I read it back then.
Do you want me first?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I well know, O Jehovah, that to earthling man his way does not belong. It does not belong to man who is walking, even to direct his step.
This is how it reads in the New King James Version. O Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man who walks to direct his own steps. So, of course, we all, out of fear, not out of faith, want to control our destiny, and we want to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
But this plainly says, 2,600 years ago, God directs men's steps. Jeremiah learned that the hard way because apparently he didn't want to do what he was called to do, some of the time anyway. But he managed to get around to it.
Yeah.
So what he learned, I think all people of faith have to learn, namely that we can only control our destinies so much, and maybe that's a good thing. No, not maybe. Certainly, that's a good thing.
And the hidden hand of God, it's hidden. You won't exactly see or know why or what's the best move. So we want to put more trust in God every time we're tested this way.
Yes, Mommy.
Yeah.
And so we'll keep you up to date as things develop over the next month or so. But we definitely don't think we'll be able to do as many comments as we have before, even if we keep up with the video flow,
We'll
which is a
try.
little doubtful.
Yeah, but we'll try and keep videos coming. But yeah, we might be less active when it comes to commenting and interacting with people.
So please be patient and pray with us that this all works out to the blessing of not just us, but many more people too. See you soon.